Roberta Vinci and top seed Agnieszka Radwanska got things underway on quarter-final day on the Ken Rosewall Arena, and thankfully for the players they didn't have to endure the blistering temperatures of the previous day. Although Radwanska had won 4 of their 5 previous meetings, she was out for revenge against the woman who knocked her out of the US Open 5 months ago, and she demonstrated typical variety against a solid Vinci.
Oh, and Vinci was charging, and a terrific response by Aga.
The pole broke in Game 7 and was halfway to matching her run to the semi-finals of last year.
Agnieszka Radwanska, 13-0 in sets in 2013.
The Italian, top-ranked in doubles, led 3-1 in the second set, but Radwanska manoeuvred herself through to remain unbeaten in 2013.
14 sets played, 14 sets won.
Radwanska's opponent would be the winner of the match between the oldest quarter-finalist and the youngest, as 2011 champion Lee Na took on 17-year-old qualifier Madison Keys, and it was the American who edged a seesawing first set.
Madison Keys, trying to take a top 10 opponent down, will have a chance to serve for the opening set.
And despite it being her debut in a WTA quarter-final, the upset was well and truly on.
Wow. 186 kilometers out wide. That'll get some applause, and that'll get her the first set in 45 minutes. The qualifier, Madison Keys, out front of the 4-seed Lee Na.
Lee, the world number 6, has already won more WTA main draw matches this year than Keys has in her career, and we saw glimpses of that extra experience in set 2. But Keys was high on confidence after winning 11 sets in a row this week. She forced the tiebreak, but last year's runner-up raised a game.
Dominant tiebreak for the 4-seed Lee Na. And we'll go to a third.
The world number 135's resistance had been cracked, and Lee battled through to go 8-0 for the year so far. Next, it was the turn of the second seed Angelique Kerber to try and dismiss a qualifier, her opponent being former world number 2 Svetlana Kuznetsova. The Russian had knocked out 7th seed Wozniacki in round 2, but Kerber quickly strengthened her position as favourite here.
And Cibul took a couple extra points, but she still gets the job done. 5 games on the board, 4-1 lead for the 2 seed in less than 20 minutes.
The pair had only met once before as Kuznetsova knocked the left-hander out of the 2010 US Open, but Kerber is a transformed player since then, and her brute force was more than the 2-time major winner could tolerate in the first set.
And missing forehand wide, Kerber, opening set. She takes it off the Russian in 38 minutes. She's halfway to being the final semi-finalist in Sydney.
After missing the second half of last season with a knee injury, Kuznetsova has a renewed determination, and that was apparent early in the second as she pounced on Kerber errors to break.
Game, Kuznetsova.
Well. Svetlana.
But from 4-1 down, the German number 1 muscled her way back into the lead as she assumed the role of battering ram against Kuznetsova's brave defence.
Well, that's a tremendous effort from Kuznetsova, but Kerber too much. Finally putting it away. She'll serve for the semi-finals in Sydney.
In her 6th gruelling match of the week, the world number 85 had no further response.
Now some relief from Torben Bells and the completion of the effort by Angelique Kerber.
Over on grandstand court, 3rd seed Sara Errani was trying to end a 3-match losing streak on hard courts to Dominika Cibulkova. But the world number 15 was in ominous form after thrashing Kvitova earlier in the week, and her aggression was too much for the Italian to handle.
That's long. It's been a brilliant first set.
Cibulkova hadn't made a semi-final since lifting the title in Carlsbad last July, but Errani simply had no answer, a surprise after she had only dropped 6 games in total previously in the week.
Errani is on the ropes here in Sydney.
In little over an hour, the smiley Slovak ensured a duel against Kerber in the last 4.
It's wide, and there it is. She's through to her first ever semi-final here in Sydney. It is 3rd time lucky for Dominika Cibulkova.